Good afternoon, children.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, very good afternoon. So in the last class, we were completing about the reflection of light, right? We were studying the definition for reflection and what are the characteristics of the image formed by the plane mirror, the laws of reflection, what do you mean by spherical mirrors, and what are the two types of spherical mirrors and all, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And we draw the ray diagrams for it, and we've also discussed about the mirror formula and magnification formula, and depending upon the magnification value we can predict the nature and size of the image, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then Vizan,
Yes, ma'am.
if the magnification ms equal to 1, what about the size of the image?
Same.
Very good. Then Alicia, if m is greater than 1, what about the size of the image? Alicia, are you there? Unmute and answer. Okay, Navaneet, if m is greater than 1, what about the size of the image?
N lots.
Very good. Roshan, if m is less than 1, what about the size of the image form?
Diminished.
Very good. Anuj, if the sign of the magnification m is positive, what about the nature of the image? Anuj, if m is positive, what about the nature? Eva, if m is positive. Virtual and direct. Okay, very good. Okay, Lena, if m is negative, what about the nature of the image? Real and inverted. Very good. The image form will be real and inverted. Okay, students, now we were moving to the next topic. Okay, so from the very beginning of the class, we were studied that the properties of light, right? Did you study the property of light?
Yes, ma'am. Light
Okay.
can vary in matter, interact with matter.
Yes. Yes, very good. Then Fizan, did you remember how the light is travels? How the light travels?
Straight line.
Yes, very good. The light always have a tendency to travel in a straight line, right? But my question is this: if the light is travels from one medium to another medium, if the light is travels from one medium to another medium, does it follows the same straight line path? If the light is travels from one medium to another,
No,
yeah.
ma'am.
Then what about the?
It
Yes.
reflects.
It will go in straight line.
It reflects. Is it reflect? If it is strikes on a smooth surface, it is reflect. It is bouncing back. But if the light is travels from one medium, that medium can be anything. It can be either air or water or glass, any medium. If the light is travels from one medium to another medium, does it follows the same straight line path? No, right? It is not follows the same straight line path. So we shall recall some our day-to-day experience in order to explain this. For example, have you ever seen the fish pond or fish tank?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you see this fish pond from side base, how it is look like, how the bottom of the tank is felt. If you look the fish pond or the fish tank from the side, from a side view, how you felt the bottom of the tank?
It will not be straight till it will be curved.
It will be little bit raised. The bottom of the tank is appears to be raised, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, I will give you one more experience, daily life experience. That is, if you are placed a thick rectangular glass slab, if you are placed a thick rectangular glass slab over the printed letters. Now itself you can do that activity. I hope that all of you have your scales in your hand. Scales. If you place the scales on the printed letters, how it is felt?
And it will be very big and
Yes, it is feels to be little bit raised or bigger, right?
double up and second layer.
Yes, very good. We felt some kind of upper and lower layers, or sometimes the letters are seems to be raised and all, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, here I will show you one activity. Are you interested to do the activity?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here I bring a glass of water. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I put this pencil in this glass of water. That is, now the pencil is kept immersed in this glass of water. How did you felt? What did you observe here?
A very bigger.
That
Pencil is very
pencil were touching water some curved.
Yes, it is some curved surface are there. Yes, what about at the surface of the water? What about the shape of the pencil? Is it felt to be
It
broken?
is big.
very big.
It is big. And what about its the two surfaces?
It is
Some
not
kind of,
connected in water.
yes, it is not in a straight line. Some kind of a broken feeling will be there, right? The pencil. I will show the image. Then I think it is more clear. I will show the exact image of this. Then you can find it is easily. Yes, this is actually what I am saying. Here in the surface, how did you felt?
Yes, ma'am. That up and down. You not it's not same.
Yes, very good. That is at this surface, the pencil is appears to be broken. Here it is appears to be broken, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then actually, does this pencil is broken here?
No, ma'am.
When they
ma'am.
are kept immersed in a water, this pencil is broken.
No, ma'am.
Then why we are felt it is that the pencil is broken on the surface of the water? Why it is happen?
Because it when the glass is a
Yes.
uh,
So now, yes,
light travels in the
here the light is not travel in a straight line, right?
yes, ma'am.
That's why. So here we are discussing so many phenomena, and the reason for all these phenomena is one thing. That is the another property of light, and that property of the light that we are going to study today. And that property of the light is known as refraction. That property of the light is known as refraction of light. Okay. So all of you write the next heading, refraction of light. Okay, this is the topic that we are going to discuss today. What do you mean by refraction? Okay, so today we are going to discuss the next topic, that is
We can discuss all that
refraction.
answer now that questions.
Yes, yes. This is what is known as the refraction of light. This is the refraction of light. Now we can study what is the definition of refraction of light.
Yes, ma'am.
So the refraction of light means the refraction is the bending or change in the direction of light when it travels from one medium to another. Refraction is the bending or change in the direction of light when it travels from one medium to another. Example, from air to water. Example, from air to water. So refraction of light means it is the bending or change in the direction of light when it travels from one medium to another. Is this slide is clear for you, children? Or it is
Ma'am.
blurred?
Ma'am.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Little blur. Little.
Okay, then I will show one more slide. Okay. So this is the definition for refraction of light. The phenomenon of the bending of light when it travels from one medium to another is called refraction.
Ma'am, I need that definition. That refraction
Both
is
of them are same, Pizan. Both the definitions are same. The
okay.
phenomenon of bending of light or change the light when it is travels from one medium to another medium is called refraction. This is the definition for refraction of light. You only need to write this definition, these two sentences. You don't need to copy down the laws. Only need to write the definition of refraction of light. The phenomenon of bending of light when it is travel from one medium to another is called as refraction.
Example.
Yes, example, the light ray is travels from air to water. Example, from air to water.
Write pencil in water then.
Yes, of course. But actually, Vizan, it is due to the nature of the light that is traveling from air to water, the pencil is appears to be bent. It is not due to the pencil, property of pencil, it is due to the property of light. So you write from air to water. Okay. The bending of the light is occurs when it is travels from air to water. Did you finish this? The definition of refraction of light?
ma'am.
All of you? Okay, so what do you mean by the refraction of light, Raya? What do you mean by the refraction of light? Unmute and answer, dear. I can't hear. Yes, very good.
Bending of light when it travels from one medium to another.
Yes, very good. The bending of light when it is travels from one medium to another medium is known as refraction of light. So here in this activity, we have two mediums are there, right? What are the two mediums? In this case, the half of the portion of the pencil is present in which medium?
Water,
Half portion of the pencil is in?
air,
Yes, I can hear. Say it louder.
air,
Air. The
Air.
half portion of the pencil is in air. And what about the remaining half?
Water.
It is in water. So actually here the bending of the pencil is not takes place. Here the bending of light is takes when it is travels from one medium to another. Actually here the light is travels from air to water. The two mediums are there. One is air and other is the water. So when the light is travels from air to water, the bending of light is occurs. So when we are viewing the pencil from sideways, it appears to be broken at the surface of the water. So this is due to the phenomenon known as refraction of light. So the refraction of light means it is the bending of light when it is enters from one medium to another medium. And in this case of whenever the pencil is kept immersed in the water, here also two mediums are present. One is air and other is the water. So when the light is enters from air to water, the bending is occurs. That's why the pencil appears to be displaced at the surface of the water. Is it is clear? The
Yes,
refraction of light is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. I hope it is clear. Now we can move to the next topic. So the next topic is about the refraction of light through a rectangular glass prism. So before discussing that topic, we can discuss some important terms associated with it. That is the classification of the two mediums. So based upon the density, we can classify the medium into two. Okay, based on the density, we are already studied that the refraction takes place whenever the light is enters from one medium to another medium. And this medium can be anything. It can be either air, water, or glass. And this medium, based on their density, we can classify this medium into two. One is
Ma'am,
rarer medium.
Ma'am, classification of
The classification of medium based on their density. The classification of medium based on their density. So based on density, we can classify the mediums into two. One is rarer medium and other one is the denser medium. Rarer medium and denser medium. Okay. So first of all, I will give you the definition for rarer medium, and then you can guess the definition for the denser medium. So students, rarer medium is a medium with a less density. Rarer medium is a medium with less density. So what do you mean by rarer medium? Rarer medium is a medium with a less density. Then guys, can you make a definition for denser medium? What do you mean by denser medium?
medium with more density.
Yes, the medium with a high density is known as denser medium. Medium with high density. Medium with high density is known as denser medium. Okay. So based on density, we can classify the medium into two. One is rarer medium and other one is the denser medium. Rarer medium is a medium in which the density is less. That is, the medium with a less density is known as rarer medium. And the denser medium, as its name implies, it's a medium with a high density. Okay. Now we can study some examples for this rarer medium and denser medium. The example for rarer medium is air. Air is an example for rarer medium because air possesses less density as compared to that of the water or anything. So air is an example for rarer medium. So medium with a less density is known as rarer medium. And the medium with a high density is known as denser medium. So the example for this denser medium includes, example for denser medium is water or glass. Water or glass. Water and glass is example for the denser medium. They are possess high density as compared to that of the air. Is it is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So based on the density, we can classify the mediums into two. One is rarer medium and other is the denser medium. Anuj, what do you mean by rarer medium?
Ma'am?
Yes. What do you mean by rarer medium?
Medium with less density.
Yes, very good. Medium with less density. Alicia, can you say one example for rarer medium? Yes, Alicia. Example for rarer medium. Unmute and answer. Delvin Shalu. Example for rarer medium.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can you say one example for rarer medium?
Air.
Yes, very good. Air.
Sound is very low.
Yes. If it is not audible, students,
Number
if it is not audible,
audible,
not audible.
audible.
Okay, okay. Meghna,
Yes, ma'am.
can you say one example for the denser medium?
Water.
Water. One more example, Aaron. Okay, very good. Water and glass. Water and glass are example for the denser medium. Now we can study one more property for this rarer medium and denser medium. One more property for this rarer and denser medium. So this is the definition for denser and rarer medium. Denser, as the name suggests, would have high density or more number or molecules. More number of molecules is present in it. Okay, this is the definition for the denser medium. Okay, this is the definition of denser medium. Denser, as the name suggests, would have high density or more number of molecules or particles per unit area. Per unit area. This is the definition for the denser medium. So basically the mediums based on their density classified into two. One is denser medium and other is the rarer medium. Based on density, we can classify the medium into two. So denser medium is the medium with a high density or it contains more, yes.
And this we write no that denser and rarer
Yes,
medium.
it's enough. You don't need to copy down the same slide. You don't need to write. So
Okay.
rarer medium is the medium with the less density or it contains less number of molecules. And can you say one example for this denser medium? Example for denser medium?
And air, water
Air.
and glass.
Yeah, yes. Water and, yeah, water and glass. Water or glass. What about rarer medium? Example for rarer medium?
Air.
Air. Very good. Air. Okay. Now, one more property is there for the rarer medium. A medium which is in which the speed of the light is more is known as optically rarer medium. That is, one more property is there for the rarer medium. In the case of rarer medium, the speed of the light is more. Its density is less, but the speed of the light in the case of a rarer medium is high or it is more. In the case of rarer medium, it is a medium in which the speed of the light is more here. Okay, in the case of a rarer medium, density is less, but the speed of the light is more. Okay.
I can write this.
Yes, you want to write this. You need to write. Must copy down this point. You can write this point under the rarer medium. So you must draw the two columns. One is for rarer and the other is for denser. Then you can copy down the difference. In the case of rarer medium, it possesses less density. Rarer medium possesses less density, but the denser medium possess high density. What about the second point? What about the second point? In the
Ma'am, that
case of
ma'am
yes,
ma'am that median with speed that point we taken no that
yes,
denser.
yes. Under the rarer medium, the second point is in the rarer medium, speed of light is more. Speed of light is more.
We need to
Which-
write only table now. That table.
yes. I think it is better to study or to remember. You can create your own table. Then it is more easy to study. That is
Let's
rarer.
not write this. That green table.
Yes.
Okay.
Denser. There are two medium, rarer medium and denser medium. The first point in rarer medium, the medium with the less density. Medium with a less density. In the case of denser medium, it is a medium with a high density. Medium with a high density. But in the case of rarer medium, what about the speed of the light? Speed of the light is more or less in the case of rarer medium.
And less.
Rarer medium is rarer. Speed of the light is, yes, very
And
good.
high.
Speed of the light is high or more. Speed of the light is more. What about in the case of denser medium?
Less. Speed of the light is low.
Yes, speed of the light is less. Speed of the light is less in the case of denser medium. Then can you say one example for the rarer medium? Example, yes, air.
Air.
And in the case of denser medium, here the example is
Water. And
water or glass. So if you make a table like this, then it is easy to study. It is easy to remember all the properties of the rarer and denser medium. Rarer medium possesses less density, while denser medium possesses high density. But in the case of rarer medium, the speed of the light is more. In the case of denser medium, the speed of the light is less. And
Ma'am,
example, yes,
and this is the properties of that denser and right?
yes, this is a property of rarer medium and that of the denser medium.
And we need to study like this now.
Yes,
Okay.
it is easy to remember all the points. And example for rarer medium is air, and example for denser medium is water or glass. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we can discuss the next topic. The next topic is nothing. It is the refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. Refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. So in order to describe this refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab, first of all, we want to consider a rectangular glass slab. So in order to explain a refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab, first of all, we consider a rectangular glass slab. You can name it like A, B, C, D. This is the name of the rectangular glass slab. Okay. And here, a ray of light is came and incident on this rectangular glass slab. So here, a ray of light is came and it is incident on the rectangular glass slab. So we can call this as the incident ray. This is the incident ray. What do you mean by incident ray? The ray of light which is strikes on a surface is known as incident ray. It is same as in the case of the reflection. Okay, it is same as that is in the case of the reflection. Here the incident ray is the ray which is incident on the surface. Now, when it is incident on the surface, here instead of the reflection, another phenomenon is taken. That phenomenon is known as refraction. So instead of the reflection, here what is happens? Another phenomenon is takes place, that is refraction. Because we know that outside the glass slab, what is the medium present? What is the medium present outside the glass slab here? What medium is present here? Is it is air? Okay, the light rays came from the air. Are you there? Or all of you are sleeping?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, so the ray of light is came from the air. So the medium present here is the air. Then what is this medium? Rectangular glass slab is this. So what is this medium?
Ma'am, what?
It does the water is present here. Rectangular glass slab. So the medium is glass, right?
Glass.
It is glass. And again, outside the rectangular glass slab, what medium is present? Again, the ray of light is passing out from the glass slab. It is emerges into back into air, right? It is again back emerges back to the air.
Yeah.
And students, can you say air is a type of medium? Air is belongs to what type of medium?
Ma'am,
Which means is it is a rarer or denser medium?
denser. Rarer.
Fix anything. Any
Rarer.
Okay. Air is a rarer medium. All right.
Rarer medium.
Air is a rarer medium. And what about glass?
Ma'am, denser medium.
Again, it is a denser medium. Glass is a denser medium. Again, we have air. What is air? Air is a rarer. Rarer. Okay. All right. Okay. So now the ray of light that is incident on a glass surface is known as incident ray. And the ray of light that is reflected, not here, not it is reflected. The ray of light that is refracted. The ray of light is refracted from the glass surface is known as refracted ray. So this is our refracted ray. Okay. So the ray of light that is incident on a glass surface is known as incident ray. The ray of light that is refracted from the surface is known as refracted ray. Now students, you may please listen here. If the ray of light is entering from which medium to which medium? Here the ray of light is
rarer medium to denser.
yes, very good. Here the ray of light is entering from air to glass. That is, it is entering from rarer medium to a denser medium. So if the ray of light is entering from a rarer medium to a denser medium, what happens is that after the reflection, it bends towards the normal. So when a ray of light is entering from this R for rarer to a denser medium, if the ray of light is entering from a rarer medium to a denser medium, then what happens? After the refraction, the ray of light bends towards the normal. The ray of light bends towards the normal. Okay, this is one of the results that we get from this experiment. Actually, this is a lab experiment. Okay, so first of all, we are placing a rectangular glass slab, and when a laser beam of light passes through it, the ray of light that is incident on the glass surface is known as incident ray, and the ray of light that is get refracted from the glass surface is known as refracted ray. In this case, if the ray of light is entering from a rarer medium to a denser medium, after the refraction, the ray of light is bend towards the normal. It is bend closer towards the normal. Okay, it's bending towards the normal. Okay, so again, this ray of light came and incident on the glass surface. Okay, here also we have another normal. We can mark this normal as M dash. The ray of light that is entering from now from where to where? Now it is entering from denser to
Answer to
rarer medium. Okay, if the ray of light is entering from a denser to rarer medium, what happens? After the refraction, the ray of light is bent away from the normal. The ray of light is bent or it is emerges out away from the normal. Here it is bent towards the normal, but here what happens? If it is traveling from denser to a rarer medium, the ray of light is bent away from the normal. There is no relation between the normal. Something like enemy, it is away, it is escaped from the normal. It is bent away from the normal. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the case of if the ray of light is entering from a rarer medium to a denser medium, after the refraction, what happens to the ray of light?
Towards the normal.
Bend towards normal. All right, very good. If the ray of light is entering from denser to rarer medium, what happens to the ray of light after the refraction? Yes? Are you silent? If the ray of light is entering from denser to rarer medium, that is from glass to what? Glass to air. What happens to the ray of light?
Diverge from normal.
Diverge from
Yes, bend away, not diverge. Yes, it's a diverges. You can use that sentence also, no problem. It is diverges away from the normal or it is bend away from the normal. So if the ray of light is entering from denser to rarer medium, if the ray of light is entering from denser to rarer medium, after the refraction, the ray of light bent away from the normal. Bent away from the normal. Is it clear?
yes, ma'am.
If the ray of light is entering from denser to rarer medium, after the refraction, it is bent away. Just like an enemy, it is not passing through that normal, it is bent or it is escape from the normal. It is bent away from that of the normal. This is what is actually happens in the refraction of light through a rectangular glass prism. Not prism, glass slab. Now we can show its diagram. This slide shows the refraction of light through a rectangular glass prism. Refraction of light through a rectangular glass prism. Here you can see the incident ray. It is incident here. After the incident, it is gets refracted. Since it is entering from a rarer medium to a denser medium, what happens? The ray of light is. What happens to the ray of light when it is entered from rarer to denser? Yes. It is bend
and
towards the normal. It bend towards the normal. Now again this ray of light is entering from denser medium again to a rarer medium. Then what happens to this ray of light?
The light bend away from the normal.
It is bend away from the normal and we can call this ray as the emergent ray. We can call that ray as emergent ray. The ray of light that is, yes.
What is prism? Glass prism.
Glass slab means it is a transparent material medium, dear. It is a transparent material medium. Just like our transparent glass, did you see the transparent glass in which we are used to drink the tea and all?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is just like that. It is a thicker substance, but it is in the shape of a rectangular shape. Okay, rectangular glass slab. It is a transparent material medium. Through this transparent material medium, we are used to pass as a beam of laser light. Okay, that is the activity we are performed in the lab. So when the ray of light is passing through this rectangular glass slab, we can portray the path of the light beam. So the ray of light is incident here. When it is incident on this rectangular glass slab, at this point of incidence, it is bent towards the normal since it is entering from air to glass or from a rarer medium to a denser medium. Again, this ray of light is passing through inside the glass slab. After that, we can obtain it is back. But during this time, this ray of light is bent away from the normal. So the ray of light that is passing from denser to rarer medium, we can call it as emergent ray. We can call this ray as emergent ray, and this emergent ray is bent away from the normal. Bent away from the normal. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, students, you may listen here. Here, this is the angle of incidence. That is the angle made by the incident ray, and that of the normal is the angle of incidence. And this is the angle of refraction. That is the angle made by the refracted ray and that of the normal. So from this diagram, can you say which angle is greater? Angle of incidence or angle of refraction? From this figure, which angle is greater? Angle of incidence or angle of refraction?
Angle of refraction.
Yes, yes.
Angle of refraction.
Angle of refraction is greater?
Incident.
Observe. Yes, very good. Here the angle of incident is greater. This much angle is there for the angle of incident, and
Yes, sir.
angle of refraction only small as compared to that of the angle of incidence.
Maybe.
So if the ray of light is entering from rarer to denser medium, if the ray of light is entering from rarer to denser medium, we can say that angle of incident is greater than angle of refraction. Angle of incidence is greater than angle of refraction. All of you, please note that point also. If the ray of light is entering from a rarer medium to a denser medium, the light ray is bent towards the normal. The light ray is bent towards the normal. Along with that, you can note this point also. Here, the angle of incidence is greater than the angle of refraction. Here, the angle of incidence is greater than that of the angle of refraction. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in this case, here also you can consider it as angle of refraction. Okay, angle of refraction. Here the angle of incidence. If the ray of light is entering from denser medium to rarer medium, which angle is greater? Angle I or angle R? In this case, look, this is the angle I and this is the angle R. Which angle is greater here? If the ray of light is entering from denser to rarer.
Ma'am, it angle R.
Yes, in this case, angle R is greater than angle I. If the ray of light is entering from a denser medium to a rarer medium, if the ray of light is entering from denser medium to rarer medium, angle of refraction is greater than angle of incidence. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So here we are studying about the refraction of light through a rectangular glass prism. So in order to explain the refraction of light through a rectangular glass prism, we are considering a rectangular glass prism and the ray of light is make incident on its surface. And we observe that the ray of light is entering from a rarer medium to a denser medium. The ray of light is bent towards the normal. And here also the angle of incident is greater than angle of refraction. So that is the two observations that we are made here. If the ray of light is passes from denser medium to a rarer medium, then the ray of light is bent away from the normal. And here the angle of refraction is greater than angle of incidence. Okay. So you must study to draw this diagram. Whenever you are asked to write in your question paper, you can find this question, refraction of light through a rectangular glass prism. You must draw this diagram. So you must study this diagram. It's very, very important. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we can move to the next topic. I hope this is clear. Do you have
Ma'am,
any doubt?
page-
Yes.
Book page number.
In your textbook, this is page number 173.
Okay, ma'am.
Page number 173. Okay. Now we can move to the next topic. We can explain this phenomenon of refraction with the help of two laws. In the case of reflection, also we have two laws. Did you remember the two laws of reflection, students? Did you remember the two laws of reflection? Yes, Isha. What about the first law of reflection? Isha, unmute and answer. All of you, please switch on your video. Vishnu Shaji. Vishnu. What about the first law of reflection? Ashna, can you recall the first law
Ma'am.
of reflection? Yes.
If a light hits a mirror and it will reflect in the same angle.
Yes, very good. It is the law of reflection. It is actually the definition for reflection. My question is, what about the laws of reflection? Laws. There are two laws of reflection are there. What about the first law? Rohan. What about the first law of reflection?
Yes, ma'am.
What about the first law of reflection? Eva. First law of reflection is
Incident ray, reflected ray, and normal point lies in the same plane.
yes, very good, Meghna. The incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal all lies in the same plane. This is what is known as the first law of reflection. Very good. Then Lena, can you recall the second law of reflection? Second law.
Of incidents,
Yes.
and of reflected comes in the same plane.
Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. This is the second law. Okay. So we were discussing about the two laws of reflection. In order to explain the phenomenon of reflection, we study two laws of reflection. That is the incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lies in the same plane. And the second law of reflection is that the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So here also, in order to discuss this phenomenon of refraction, we have two laws. There are two laws of refractions. So now we can discuss the two laws of refraction. So first of all, you just copy down the law. After that, we can explain this. So this is the laws of refraction. This is the first law. The incident ray, refracted ray. Here it is not reflected. Here we are studying the laws of refraction. So sometimes the students may be mistakenly write it is reflected. So then your marks will be cut off. So whenever asking the laws of refraction, you must write the incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lies in the same plane. The incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. This is the first law of refraction. Okay. This point is very important. At the point of incident, it is not present in the laws of reflection. All the other sentences are just like same. The incident ray, instead of reflected ray, here we have refracted ray and the normal. This next point is very, very important. They are same plane. They are lies on the same plane only at one point, that is at the point of incidence. So the incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. This is what is known as the first law of refraction. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And
Here
sir,
in this act,
can
yes,
you
I will
show-
show it once again. I will show it once again. So in this activity, we have the incident ray, we have the refracted ray, and the imaginary normal is here. Normal is an imaginary line that is perpendicular to the surface. And here we can say the incident ray, refracted ray, and normal, all of them are in the same plane. At the point of incidence, where at the point of incidence, all are lies in the same plane. Okay. So this is what is the first law of reflection is says. I will show it once again. That is, here the incident ray, refracted ray, and a normal at the point of incidence all lies in the same plane. This is the first law of refraction. Incident ray, refracted ray, and a normal at the point of incidence all lies in the same plane. Now I will show the first law. The incident ray, refracted ray, and normal at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. Is it is clear?
Yes, ma'am. What is Snell's
Okay.
law?
Yeah. This is the second law. Now you have the second law, the second law of refraction. The second law of refraction is also known as Snell's law. And the second law is states that you don't need to copy the entire sentence. You can copy down from here. That is, the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is a constant. So from here, the definition or the second law states that the ratio of the sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. This is our second law. The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. According to the law of reflection, we have angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. But here, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. And that constant is called refractive index. I will show in mathematically. And that constant is called refractive index. Nabil, are you copy down these two laws? Okay. So this is what is mean by the second law. Now I will show the second law in mathematical form. According to the second law, the sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. And that constant is given by sine I by sine R. Sine I by sine R is equal to n. And this n is known as refractive index. This constant n is known as refractive index. Clear? This is the mathematical representation of the second law of refraction. And this second law is also known as Snell's law. Snell's law. The name of a scientist who proposed this law. That is why we are calling the second law of refraction is known as Snell's law. Okay. So what is the Snell's law? S.
What is this in I is equal to constant?
Because according to our second law, this sine I by sine R, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. And that constant is nothing. That constant is equal to a letter. That letter is the n, small letter n. And we can call that small letter n as refractive index. That small letter n is known as the refractive index. According to our second law of refraction, we already studied that the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. And that constant is the n. N is nothing. It is the refractive index. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Nabil? All right. So I hope these two laws are clear for you, right?
Ma'am.
I will show the slide of the second law for the Snell's law once again. This is the second law. The second law is also known as Snell's law. So in your question paper, sometimes you maybe find a question, state Snell's law. So it is nothing. It is our second law of refraction. Okay. The second law of refraction is this. It is the sine of angle of incidence to the Sine of angle of refraction is a constant. And this constant is nothing. It is equal to n. That is our refractive index. This is our refractive index. Okay. And the second law of refraction is also known as Snell's law. The second law of refraction is also known as Snell's law. Navaneet and Vishnu, please switch on your video. All of you, please switch on your video. Okay.
Ma'am, you write this down, note.
No, you don't need to copy down this. We are not studying the refractive index. In the next class only, we were studying about this refractive index. So you only write the Snell's law. You only need to copy down the Snell's law.
Okay.
Okay. Is it finished?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So students, today we were discussing about the refraction of light. What do you mean by refraction? Navaneet, what do you mean by refraction?
Ma'am,
Yes. What is the definition for refraction?
refraction is the bending or change in direction of light when it's travel from one medium to another.
That's very good. It is the bending or changing the direction of light or bending of light when it is travels from one medium to another is known as refraction. Okay, very good. Then Ashna, what are the two types of medium based on the density? Ashna, Anthony, unmute and answer.
Am I know?
Yes, Vizan.
Ma'am, rare, medium, and dense.
Yes.
Rare, medium, and
Then
dense.
what do you mean by rarer medium, Vizan?
Ma'am, rare,
What do you mean by rarer
medium is
medium?
less, they have less density. And the
Yes,
rarer
it is
medium
a
had
medium with a less density. And what about the speed of?
speed of the object is very
Yes.
fast. It is fast.
The speed of the light is very
I-
fast in the rarer medium. Okay, can you say one more example for rarer medium?
It is air.
Yes,
Air.
very good. Then rare, denser medium.
Ma'am, it is the medium with high density.
Okay, high density. And what about the speed of the light in denser medium?
Speed of light is less.
Yes, very good. What about
we said
any? Can you give some two examples?
for water and glass.
Okay, all right, very good. Then Delvin, can you state the first law of refraction? First law of refraction.
The incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal at the point of the incident all lie on the same plane.
Very good. The incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lies in the same plane. Very good. Eva, second law.
Ma'am,
Yes,
I know.
Eva, you can continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Second law. Yes.
Ma'am, second law of Snell's law.
Ma'am, I
What
know.
is the Snell's law? What is the Snell's law states?
Ma'am, second law, I know.
In second law, sin
Not sin, it is sine. S-I-N, sine. Okay.
sine angle of incidence by sine angle of refraction.
Angle of incidence equal.
It's a,
Well, refraction.
it's a constant. Okay, it is the sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. That is sine I by sine R is a constant, and that constant is known as, the constant is called by one name. What is that? S. It is equal to a constant. That constant is n. Okay, and that constant is known as refractive
refractive.
index. That
Yes.
okay, that constant is known as refractive index. Okay. Okay, students, I hope these points are clear to you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So with this, we can wind up the today's class. Thank you all. Bye.
Ma'am, homework we'll discuss in next class.
Yes, we were discussing the homework in the list, so all of you must complete it
Okay,
before the
ma'am.
next class.
Okay.
All right, students. Okay, bye. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.